Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome to Lost in the Sauce, a different version. I am at home today. I'm not with Ollie and I'm not in the studio. They're in my lovely home with my lovely Christmas tree behind me. And I decided that because we've been a bit shit, we've not we are doing Joe, I'm not Paul's Hot Tubs and Beaches. Can we change that again? Are we able to change it? I don't want to get banned. But yes, so basically, I've never done this before. I've never streamed on my own like this. Like, obviously, when we've been away and stuff, like I've streamed by the pool or whatever, like with everyone. But I've never like sat down and like actually streamed on my own without Ollie, especially not like this. But I thought I've been really ill. This is the first day I've actually put on makeup since I've been home. Nearly a week ago. I've got proper clothes on and my hair's clean, so I just thought, you know what, today is a good day. I still don't feel 100%, but I'm like in the process of like powering through. I feel like sometimes when you feel like shit, you have to like force yourself to feel better. So if that means putting my makeup on and it means forcing myself to act like a normal human being, then I'm gonna have to do it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm here. We're on a few different platforms. I think we're on Twitch, DLive, Kick and YouTube. Thanks, Brian. Nice to see you again. I also have, so if I'm looking down, my laptop's down here because I'm streaming on my phone right now. We're doing IRL stuff. I don't understand tech, so I don't know what I'm doing. But we're doing IRL. Thank you. I didn't actually get to decorate it because I was in Thailand, but it's fake. I love the fake trees so much. I think they're so much prettier. Unless you're gonna get like a massive one, you should get a fake one. They're so much nicer, and you haven't got to buy one every single year and worry about getting the last tree that no one wants, because you'll always have a very, very pretty tree. So this is the tree that me and my family have had for the past like 3 or 4 years. But yes, we are streaming on DLive as well, which is all like new stuff. Fake is the way to go. Absolutely. The way they look when they're perfect. I always find that when we used to get real trees when I was a kid, they were so like bulbous at the bottom and so like skinny. They're just so ugly. I don't like them. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So when it comes to stuff like Christmas trees, I'm like, order. We need to make sure there is a theme. If it's white and gold, which it has been because I've been in charge and I gave my mum order from Thailand. I was like, you have to make sure it's white and gold. No red, no tinsel. Unless it's nice tinsel, but no, like we used to be so like over the top with our decorations. We used to have multicolored lights, multicolored tinsel, beads, all that stuff. And when you're a kid, you just want to decorate the tree. You don't even think about it. Now I'm like, no, aesthetics are so important. When's the house tour? The house tour won't be happening today. It's a bit of a mess. The washing's out and all that stuff. So no house tour today, but maybe a house tour. I'm actually moving house. I don't know when, but my house is on the market to be sold, which is the consequence of parents that go through divorce. I'm moving out, and I've lived here my whole life. I was born, not physically in this house, but I was born in this house. I'm 24. I've lived here my whole life. I've never lived anywhere else apart from like uni and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm obsessed with how Ollie and Johnny's parents have a water wheel. So yes and no, not a water wheel. It's like a mill that generates electricity. It's pretty cool though. It's huge. And I know Johnny's dad is incredible when it comes to like, what do you call them? Like, what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. What's it called? My brain's gone to mush. Basically, he's great at like DIY stuff. But that's, I think, not the right way to say it. So I think they're literally going to like rebuild the whole thing and allow the house to like generate electricity, because it's incredible. Like all the land and everything, it's pretty amazing. But more importantly, how is everyone? We've not done a stream in a long time. Like, I literally couldn't even tell you the last time we did like a proper Lost in the Sauce stream, because, well, obviously it would have been just before we went to Thailand. Live Pagman. That's me. I'm here. Hi, everyone. It is going to be a bit weird, like, doing this without Ollie, because I feel like even though I know a lot, like, a bit more about Twitch now, I'm still always like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And Ollie tells me. But Ollie's working hard. Ollie has work to do, and I'm not with him right now, and I've been unwell. So we were meant to do a stream yesterday, and obviously Sunday, but I was just so unwell, just like could not face it. So I thought I'd do a little chatty little stream. I know you'll be pleased to know, she's learning. You'll be also, I'm not watching Twitch chat because we're streaming on so many different platforms. I'm watching the chat from like every single platform, which means that the actual emotes aren't coming through. So if I don't know, like, obviously I saw Sag, I know what Sag is, but if I don't know what you're saying, I'm not even going to know what the emote is. I'm just letting you know that. But when we're back in the studio with like the whole setup, we'll be able to do that. But just for today, while I'm like just doing it on my laptop. But you'll be happy to know, this is probably, I'm going to give you your Christmas miracle, boys, girls and guys, or whoever's watching, because I know this is what you want. Wadin, I hope he doesn't mind me like dropping this. Wadin will be making a return to Twitch, and not just on Lost in the Sauce. I'm pretty sure Wadin will be making a comeback on Wadin's channel. I know you all miss Wadin in his full form of debauchery and offending people. That will be returning. So get ready for that. Maybe that'll be before Christmas. It might be. I don't know why he hasn't done anything since we've been home, but I know that he wants to get back. And I think the more the merrier. We're happy to build the general equality. Yeah, but do you see, Brian? The thing is that when people can't answer them, they get bored and they don't want to watch it. So then we end up just like sat there, and I think Ollie gets a bit bored of it. Ollie just wants to sit there and play God of War. So we will probably do more. Actually, do you know what? This could be. I always say this, and I feel like no one ever gives me information. But two things. How is D Live, by the way? I think it's going well. I'm not noticing anything specifically different from Twitch or anything like that. I'm literally just seeing a massive chat like come in, and I'm on a website called Restream. So Restream is what allows you to kind of like multi-platform stream. So I don't actually even know what D Live looks like, but yeah. So two things. First things, if you ever have any information that you want to, we need to change that. I'm not hot tubbing. One sec. I'm going to ask my resident tech guy. One sec. Because... one second. So yes, if you ever want to... No. The resident tech guy is actually Joe. Ollie is not actually our resident tech guy anymore. Ollie just does his job. Joe... Oh, he is here. Wadin! Let me tell Joe. Hi, Wadin. Shameless, I know. Tragic. Anyway, so, two things. I keep on getting distracted. Two things. The first thing, if you ever want to give us any... hello, Spook Guy. Thanks, how are you? If you ever want to give us any information, anything you want to see on the show, if you ! Discord, you will get the link to our Discord chat where we are openly accepting any sort of advice or anything you'd like to see on the show. Obviously, 2023 is coming up. The new year, as much as people hate it, is a really great time to reinvent and do all that stuff. So if you have any... I'm basically not on Twitch right now, Spook, but I will check after. I'm on Restream, so I'm doing this a bit differently. I'm not actually like on a laptop, I'm on my phone, so everything's like a bit disjointed at the moment, but I will have a look afterwards. So yeah, we are probably going to start thinking about how we can level up Lost in the Sauce, because from what it started as to what it was and then to what it is now, in the space of, when did we start it? August. Very, very different show. And I know we've obviously started doing a lot more of the Vox Pop stuff, but that's not really Lost in the Sauce. So I love doing Lost in the Sauce. I love doing like a Twitch show. I know Ollie and I enjoy just sitting there and chatting shit and talking about whatever is going on in the world of the internet, really. So we definitely like want to keep the hot topic stuff, but I think the show needs more structure. I know a lot of you like didn't like the interviews. If the interviews were in person, would that make a difference? But yeah, if there's anything else that you want to see on the show, you want to see us do, maybe we can get a little bit more active with it, so we're not just like stuck at the 2-seater. Oh, hello, Dim. I also, and I know you guys are going to back me on this, I really want Ollie to go out and interview the public, because I enjoy doing it as a presenter. Like, I enjoy doing it, interviewing people, getting good clips and whatever. No, I don't have Snapchat, unfortunately. My Instagram is _Amber, Amber, I think, or _ socials. My Instagram is somewhere on Twitch, if that is where you're watching me. Yes, I think you are watching. Yeah, you are. So I really, interviews were wishy-washy because the interviewees lacked energy. Which interview are you talking about? Are you talking about the one on the full moon party, or are you talking about the one we did in Covent Garden? Which one? So this is the thing, right? So I'm very aware of that, but also I am like, oh, I see what you mean. Are you talking about the interviews we did with the streamers, or are you talking about the interviews we did on the streets? The ones with the girls. Okay, that's interesting. The streamers. Okay, maybe we can. That's the thing, is that I always wanted to like play games and stuff, but it's so hard to do that when you're like over Zoom and stuff. So that is interesting. If we could find a way to make it more like punchy, maybe that'd be more enjoyable. But I really want Ollie to go out and interview the public and do those like Vox Pop stuff, because I think like I said, I love doing it. I love interviewing people, but I'm not going to get the juicy stuff that you need to see that are going to make you laugh. So I think Ollie should go out and just ask raggo questions to the people of the public and just see what happens. Also, it's hard. I won't lie to you, interviewing random people on the street in a live show environment, the pressure is there. It's definitely there. And don't. Okay, just Matt Live. Let's be nice. Thank you. I don't think she's still banned, so I actually don't even think I can say her name, so I'm not going to say her name, but yeah. You guys do a good job, but their energy don't match. Thank you. You're more approachable than Ollie, though. True, but I think for boys... Hi, Devil. I think for boys, they'll obviously, like, they want to come up, like... As a girl, it definitely helps, like having, like, guys will, I always find that when I'm doing interviews, the guys come up, the girls don't really like come up and chat. So potentially, if it was Ollie, they might be like, oh, as a guy, like, I want to like get in front of the camera and whatever. But also, there's a level of like respect. Like, the boys are never raggo with it. Like, they're never like outrageous with the stuff that they say. Whereas if it was like a boy banter, I think they'd come out with some outrageous things. So I'm interested to see. What I would do is I would do like, okay, Ollie and I go out into town, we like interview some people. I would do like an hour and he would do an hour. And it'd be interesting to see the difference. But there'd have to be a little bit of moving. You want to get on camera. We're not, what, you want to get on camera as an interviewee or an interviewer? If you want to answer some questions, Matt, speak to Wadin. I'm sure we can get that sorted out if you just desperately wanted to. But yeah, I think that would be good fun. Do you guest star? What do you mean? What's guest star? Wadden changed the game to just chatting again. So you all sorted it, Wadden, on camera. Okay, next time Q&A with a Twitch troll. Yeah, do I really want to put myself in that position with you, Mal? I don't know if I want to be quite honest with you. You can bring people on stream with a guest star. Oh, I see. That would have to be in person though, wouldn't it? Category Wadden now. What's he doing? I can't see what Twitch looks like. One sec, let me have a look on Twitch because I don't know what's going on, and I feel like, is he doing that thing where I was in town last time and he was writing a whole load of shit all over the screen and I didn't see it? I think he might be. What's he doing? Where's the chat? It still says pools, hot tubs and beaches. No, he's not. Okay. It's okay. I understand you don't want to deal with my Riz. That is exactly what it is, Matt. I don't want to have to deal with your Riz. Guest star lets people come on and stream, but they can get banned for being inappropriate. That is the other thing, is that you can never predict what anyone's ever going to do. Like even when we were on the full moon party in Thailand, I was pranging out because I was like, we're at somewhere that's basically a rave. Fuck knows what people are going to start doing. I don't really want to get banned. He's trying to change the title and it's not changing. Oh, and it's not. Do you know what's also weird? I can't even see the chat on Twitch. How weird is that? Am I being dumb? Why is the chat not coming up? And we are still pools, hot tubs and beaches. How strange. Actually, 5-head. Me? Is it hidden? Is what hidden? The title. Oh, see, this is why I can't do stuff on my own, guys. It gets stressful. Anyway. Okay, I'm not going to read that out. Is it hidden? Chat. Oh, maybe. It is. Ah. There we go. Pinned by Wadden. Shameless. He is. He's being annoying in... He's being annoying, isn't he? Wadden is here. Don't know what he's doing there. Okay. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's just move on. So... Actually, you're right. In that angle, that does look like a 5-head. Oh, no, that's not fun, is it? So, also, Ollie and I haven't done like a proper Thailand catch-up with everyone. If anyone has any questions, he is legit doing nothing, bruv. What is going on then? If anyone has any questions about Thailand, I'm happy to answer them within reason. I don't know, I haven't been given the go ahead on what I can say and what I can't say. Not that there's anything bad to say. I mean, obviously you are aware that the event didn't happen. But I don't know how much information. How many lady boys you met? How many lady boys did we meet? We saw quite a few for sure. In Bangkok, we went to this place called Soy Cowboy, which is where the ping pong shows are. We did go and see a ping pong show, which I didn't really know how to feel. I was a bit nervous about it, and I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, Joe did. It was so crazy that we walked in with the only big group of tourists. Also, it is a strip club, right? So you're walking in there and there are old men in there that are on their own. That's a bit weird. So we're the only group of people that walk in. We're young, we're tourists. We get a bit overexcited. So they're like, oh, great. We'll get money off them, basically. So then Joe basically sat down on the end, and I don't know if it was before or after, but the girl basically came over to him and was lap dancing him. And then when the show started, they were like, do you want to come? Out of his seat, nothing, so quick, literally like that. Joe is our tech guy. So if you ever watch Juliana's, he's always chatting to Juliana Joe, yeah, he was in Mexico with us as well. He's basically the boy's friend, and he's come on now as like our tech guy. He does all the tech stuff. He figures everything out. He does all the IRL. He's incredible. So I don't even know, how much detail can I actually go into? Can I actually go into detail about what she was doing, or is it like inappropriate to talk about it? But basically, one of the ladies, actually a lady, obviously, because they need to have, okay, then I can go into full detail. They need to have a vagina, basically, to do this. So I'm going to tell you exactly how it started. And I'm actually a bit sad that Wadden, you're not here to even, to be here to tell this story with me, because I feel like you'll probably make this quite funny, so that makes me sad. She basically got butt naked, and then she's just started there were loads of balloons. They gave us all these balloons. We're all holding balloons. There are balloons that are like taped to the ceiling of this strip club, and she's lying on her back, and she has this like tube thing, and on the end she's putting like little dart things. At the end, right, she sticks it in her, and with the force, she's shooting these little darts out, and it's popping these balloons. Dono had a balloon in his hand, popped the balloon. Literally every single balloon, popped it all over the strip club. And we were like, what the actual fuck is going on? And then the moment we'd all been waiting for, they asked Joe if he wants to come over and play ping pong. So she has this box, right? And it's got all of these ping pong balls. There's lube, there's everything. And she is shoving all these ping pong balls in her, and she's shooting them out. And as they shoot out, you can like see the lube in the air, and it's just gross. And Joe is just hitting these ping pong balls, and the thing is the funniest thing is everyone's like watching this like, oh my god, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen, because as a woman I'm also like, how the fuck is she doing that? But then she's hitting them, and as they're like flying in people's directions, everyone's like, oh my god, no, like I don't want that anywhere near me. It was she has this box. She has a different type of box, mate. I was catching all the balls in his mouth. It was fun. And then some girl came over, was flirting with Joe, dancing, charged him for a lap dance that she bloody walked over for. They literally walked over, sat on Joe. We all got a bit excited because we were just like, that's fucking funny. Then she started dancing, and then we looked at the bill, charged him for it, didn't even ask for it. It was tragic. And then we went to another one because they were like, the next show is not for another hour, and it was like, well, it's obviously the same show, so let's just go find another one. And I was so overexcited. I was like, I want to go watch another ping pong show. So we walked into a different bar, and then we're like sitting in this booth, and then all these guys. And do you know what? As a woman, I've never ever been. I'm gonna bring the tone down. I'll bring it back up. Don't worry. But I'm gonna bring the tone down. I've never been to a strip club in my life. I've never had any desire to go into a strip club, male or female. But there was, and I obviously don't know what strip clubs are like in places like America or here where there's like a bit more money. But it actually, don't put cap, I've not. But I have like never felt so bad for them, because essentially so there's all of these women like lined up on the table, and they've all got numbers, like they're all numbered, which is a bit weird. They're all like dressed in white outfits. They're all in lingerie or bikinis, very like virginal, very pure. And then, so it's like, what are the numbers for? You just go, oh, I want number 34. It's just a bit like, oh, this is, and they just look so sad. They look so sad. And I said to John, I was like, this is making me feel really sad, because I'm just watching these girls and I'm just a bit like, you just looks awful. You just look so sad. Strip clubs are the best place to learn how to become a salesperson. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, the women that were, no men working there, which I thought was very interesting. Even like, not the strippers obviously, but I mean, just like all the staff, they're all women, which is like a good thing. I'm kind of like, is that a good thing? The women are like looking after the women, but what was I going to say? But yeah, it was interesting. So then a stripper, I don't know, what do you call them? Just dancer, exotic dancer, came over and started like dancing with Joe. And I think it got like, I can't even exactly remember a lot, but I remember it, like Joe fully getting into it. I think he like put his face in her boobs or something. She was loving life. And then she looked over at us and she was like, tell him upstairs. And she was going like that. And we were like, okay, we're gonna go. So me, Ollie and Jono left, and Luke, Nala and Joe stayed but nothing happened, obviously. But do you know what? I have no desire to go to a strip club either, but you go to Thailand, you go and see a ping pong show. It was like, that's just something that you do. Like, I know that there are lots of seedy, really disgusting ones that you can go to, but the strip that we went down kind of felt a bit like Magaluf or like Zante or Vegas. It was big light, everything's like built up and modern. I walked it, I was anxious about like how dirty it was going to be and how like the conditions were going to be like a bit gross. But I was like, okay, you know what? It looks modern, it looks clean. I mean, obviously I don't know what was going on behind, like in their quarters, but I'm kind of glad that that's the one that we went to, because when I was doing my research on like where is the place to go, because they don't advertise for it. There's not like ping pong show tickets. You just kind of like walk somewhere and just find one. And then I think a couple of nights later after the football, we like went to this other area that I'd also had ping pong shows. But you get there and they're like ping pong show and there's more of them. But then they say get in a tuk-tuk, it's like 5 minutes away. And I was a bit like, that's a bit weird. Did you go to Soy 11? I don't know. I just know it was called Soy Cowboy. That was just the area that we went. It's also funny that we got in a tuk-tuk from a night market and they, like the tuk-tuk drivers speak no English, but you say ladyboy, you say Soy Cowboy, they know where you want to go. And they take you, which is quite funny. I've got no desire to go to strip clubs. That's the thing, is that if you're going with a group of people, and also I kind of felt bad laughing at a point, because I was like, I hope they don't think we're laughing at them. We're just laughing because this is just not something you'd ever experience in the UK. So you're like, I just am enjoying this with my friends. I'm in like a complete different continent, like experiencing something crazy, and kind of all you end up doing is laughing. So that was, I was not laughing at them, Wadin. No, it's a couple of streets down from Soy Cowboy. No, the other place we went to is Nana Plaza. If that's what you meant. Ollie, I've just noticed the exclamation marks. Should we change those, please? Thank you. Such a prick. You're outrageous. You're actually outrageous. Disgraceful. But yeah, any other questions on Thailand, I will be... Oh, I've got rid of a headache. I will be happy to answer. Hi, Just the No Joker. How are you? But yeah, any other questions? I'm sure Ollie's not here in person. He is in the chat, but he's not here in person. With Christmas, Ollie, what do you think? I don't really know what we'll do about... Wadden, something went wrong without trying to update the title. You didn't do it. I'm good, thank you. I don't know when we'll get a chance to do like a Lost in the Shore show before... We might do one before Christmas. Is Christmas on Sunday? It is, isn't it? Shit. When are we going to do a show? Don't know if we will be able to do a show before Christmas. I think it will be... Well, when are we going to do it, Ollie? When are we going to do it? Well, you can do a Wadden show. I want to go at least once in my life, but I don't have a huge desire. Is it okay to go to one and just be there without really spending a big amount of money, or do they expect you to spend big amounts? Are you talking about the strip clubs and the ping pong stuff? So no, essentially you can go in there. I mean, you don't have to pay to get in. You could literally pay, get one drink and leave. Like, they come round with tips, and because I've literally just seen her shoot ping pong balls out of her vagina, and I'm a bit inclined to be like, okay, I'm going to give you some money, because that probably was one of the most amazing things I'm ever going to see in my life. So I would recommend having money for one drink and like a bit of a tip for them, just like a couple $100 baht probably. But it's an experience. But I have no desire to go to a strip club. Like, going to a strip club and actually like watching women strip isn't necessarily something, is not necessarily something I'm that interested in. But in somewhere like Thailand, where it's like fun and it's different and everything, I think that's like more of like a life experience. So I'm more inclined to like do stuff like that. Hi, Dion. Well, that's the thing, Ollie. I'm not free. This does not look like Thailand. We're not in Thailand. This is my Christmas tree. What is the exchange rate baht to pounds? I think 1,000 baht is £25. Also, if you're ever thinking of going to Thailand because it's a cheap place holiday, it's not. It is so expensive. So expensive. It's so not cheap. It's outrageous. Like, not at all. I mean, look, granted, we did stay in some nice places, but I'm not even talking about the nice places. I'm literally... First of all, a lot of the Airbnbs, I think, are massively overpriced for what they are. We stayed... yeah, okay, maybe. But even, like, dinners and stuff, I was a bit like... These are, like, London prices, more or less. Like, cocktails and stuff like that. Granted, we did go to, like, nicer places. But even if we didn't go to nice places, some of the places that we did go to, like more normal places just to go and like explore and have a look. Like, it was expensive. Ollie, you can admit it was expensive. But yeah, it was not cheap. I was going to say something. Yeah, so we stayed in this Airbnb in Chiang Mai, which was beautiful. Chiang Mai is very jungly, very like mountainous, quite like authentic Thailand, what you would imagine Asia to kind of look like. And it was lovely. It was a massive complex, but we had like a private Airbnb villa for all 6 of us. There were about 5 bedrooms, 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, and had a big pool and our own kitchen. Like, it was lovely. And then there was like a hotel area, which was incredible. But then when we were leaving, the woman was like, just letting you know, like, we might have to sell this. We don't know if we can keep affording, like, to keep this place running. Anyway, Jono was like chatting to her and was like, how much would it cost to keep this? Bearing in mind, right? Also, Ollie, was the price just for the villa, or was the price, if you know, was the price for the whole complex? Because I'm under the assumption it was just for the villa. Even if it isn't, still a lot of money, because even if it is too, basically she said to Jono, if they wanted to buy the land, it would cost $14 million. $14 million. It, like, not worth $14 million by a long shot. Also, location, like, it's Thailand. Not worth $14 million. So everything's a bit like in a bit of like a fishbowl where everything kind of like can be more expensive because people are going, kind of thing. You see how weed is legal there. Weed is legal. It is legal. So actually, fun fact, it's legal, but it's also only legal for medicinal use. So when they came and brought it in legally in like June time, it was completely legal. You didn't have to, like, literally you could smoke it anywhere on the street, like completely legal. But now it's medicinal purposes only. So there's lots of weed shops everywhere. Like, you can buy weed on the street. It's not like regulated like that. Like, it has to be from a doctor or anything. But it is only medicinal. So if you wanted to like travel with it, you've got to have like a doctor's note and stuff like that. I mean, they weren't massively strict about it, but who wants to travel with drugs in their bag? Like, that's just sounds like my worst nightmare. But it is legal out there. It is weird. Like, you obviously see people in the UK and everything's so like hush, hush, hush. And then you're just driving around in places, I don't even know where we were, where they were just everywhere. There were a lot in Koh Phangan, and there were a lot in Bangkok. There was literally every couple of shops is a weed shop. It's crazy. It's so straight. Obviously, I think there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I think for medicinal uses, it has its benefits, and I don't think weed should be given the same like scrutiny that other drugs are given, obviously within reason. Why would you write that? Legalize nuclear bombs? No, I didn't say that. I think sooner or later, I think it might be legal here, but I don't know. But yeah, it is interesting just to like see it everywhere. But then also you're a bit like, you wouldn't buy drugs off random people ever. Like that's just not a very smart thing to do. But then you're like just walking on a random street in Bangkok and there's just people selling weed. You're just like, it's not weird. I also do think the industry is a very like control. I think now that it's legal, obviously, it probably helps that it's obviously the government are very careful about it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's interesting. I think it'll be legal in Ireland before the UK, probably. Is it legal anywhere in Europe? Because even in Amsterdam, it's not legal, is it? Like, I know obviously you can smoke it in coffee shops. What's that little poo? It's not a poo, it's a chocolate. It's a little tree ornament, but obviously it's fallen off the tree. Did you get a train pass? What's a train? What in Thailand? No, we didn't get on any trains. Another annoying thing about Thailand, you can't get anywhere in the whole country unless you're in a plane. That's the only way you get around. So once a week. No, it's not the only one left. They're all on the tree. I can see some. Idiot. Oh, shut up, Ollie. I said I can see some, not one. Oh, shut up. I'm ignoring you. Yeah, so you have to like pack your bags and get on a flight. Ollie, should we tell them? Should we tell them about your passport situation? Shall I tell them the story about your passport situation? Ollie was a very, very silly boy. So we were in, I'm going to get my blanket all cozy. We were in Koh Phangan and we were leaving Koh Phangan to go to Koh Samui. But obviously Koh Samui, well not obviously, Koh Samui and Koh Phangan, you can travel by boat. That's the only island that we ever got to that was purely just by boat. The whole family is watching Choose Words Wisely. So, well, how much detail am I allowed to go into, Ollie? Do you want everyone to know the person that you are? Or shall I save that for another time? All of it. Okay. Your words, not mine. So anyway, we're tired. We have to leave the hotel and drop the car off because we rented a car when we were out there and get to the ferry by like 20 to 12 because that's the only ferry until like the next 4 hours, and we had to get to Koh Samui and we're all tired and we're hungover and it's just, we're not feeling good. Anyway, we're running late obviously in the morning and I'm like texting Joe and Ollie. I'm like, where are you? We need to go. Ollie's like, I don't think I'm going to be ready on time. And I'm like, why are you not going to be ready on time? I can't find my passport. I've looked everywhere. I've turned my whole room upside down. I can't find it. Blah, blah, blah. The cleaners must have taken it. It was put behind towels on a shelf. I put it there for safe keeping, and the cleaner has stolen my passport. And me and Lana look at each other like, is this guy for real? The cleaner has stolen my passport. Like, what are they going to do with this passport? Anyway, she didn't, did she? So, we're like, we're going to be late. We're literally going to miss our ferry. We're going to be stuck on Koh Phangan. He comes downstairs and he's talking to the guy. I go to the guy and I'm like, has the passport been left here? I remember when we checked in, Ollie, because basically whenever you're like near receptions in Thailand or something like that. You've got to take your shoes off. So Ollie stayed at the bottom while I went up to go and like deal with the passports. And I like made sure they had all the passports, and I gave the passport back to Ollie. And I even said to him, I gave you your passport back. And he's like, don't tell me that. And I'm like, well, it's true. You're the one that's lost it. So I'm sitting in the car waiting, just like hoping that he finds it. I'm Googling British Embassy in Koh Samui in case he can't find it and he's not got a bloody passport. And then he goes over to the front desk, the reception, and says, you've taken my passport, basically. Where's my passport? And he's like, why would we take your passport? We didn't do that. He's like, you did. The cleaners have taken it. He's like, no, we didn't. He then chose some colourful language, which the receptionist fairly did not appreciate. Anyway, so then he is in a foul mood in the car. Jono's like, how the hell have you lost your passport? He's having a meltdown. The tension could be cut with a knife in this car. And then we managed to get on the ferry. But then we realise that the embassy... So Ollie calls the British consulate in Koh Samui. He says to them, I've lost my passport. I'm meant to be flying home on Wednesday. What do I do? They say to him, okay, well, we can't give you a visa. We can't give you anything. You have to fly to Bangkok to go and get your passports. But you have to like tell us the exact itinerary of your trip. You have to do all of this so that we can basically tell border security. And when we give you a piece of paper to travel all across the world, that they know exactly what route you're taking and you don't just travel off into random countries. You have to do all of this. You have to go to Bangkok. So we're thinking, right, so he has to go to Bangkok. And then we're like, so what's going on? Is that I've got to do this whole... No, he didn't shout. That's the thing, is Ollie is very like this deep voice, like kind of like fuck you kind of thing. That's what it's like. It's very cutting, very like, doesn't shout at all, never... He does raise his voice, but he never like shouts, or just very like under the surface. It's true. That was accurate. That is exactly... That legit sounded like, there you go. So anyway, we're on the boat, on this ferry. It's this huge ferry and we're all feeling a bit sick. And Donna's like, what the fuck are you doing? Sort out your passport. Ollie's just bloody got his AirPods in. He's just chilling, like everything's fine. And then he's like, I've got to fill out this form, but I've got to take this photo. I've got to do this and I can't do it now. Donna's like, is this a Friday, by the way? Ollie, the embassy shuts in 20 minutes. So he's like, well, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. The embassy shuts. Then it's the weekend and it will take, hopefully, 48 hours, which means that the... I know, that's so true, Deptford. So it was like 48 hours. That meant at the earliest, he would get his passport on the Tuesday and we were flying home on the Wednesday, but he was going to be in Bangkok. In his head he was thinking, oh, I'll fly back to Phuket. Oh no, we were like, you'll fly back to Phuket, and he's like, no, I'll just go to Bangkok. So this whole big thing is like, this is it, like he's lost his passport, he has to now go to Bangkok and sort this out. We don't even know if this is going to happen, and we're just like, fucking hell, if it was going to be anyone, it was going to be Ollie. Ollie's still blaming the cleaners for losing his passport. So then the other thing we're talking about is when we get to the villa in Koh Samui, we'll have another proper look. And I'm thinking, if you're having another proper look when we get to Koh Samui, what the hell were you doing the whole morning? He's like, it's fine. I'm going to go home. I'm going to turn my suitcase upside down. So then we get to the villa. I'm like, Ollie, why are you looking at your suitcase again? Why do you think it's going to be in there? He's like, well, I didn't check it properly before. I can't even say it without laughing because it's just so dumb. He's like, well, I didn't check my suitcase properly before we left. The one thing you've carried around with you the whole time that most likely would be where your passport is, you haven't checked. No, don't hang on now. You said that to me. You said, well, I haven't properly checked it. So what does he do? He goes into his bedroom. He goes to have a look in his suitcase. He comes back in and he's like got this look of like, And he sits down and we're just like so fed up with this bullshit because we're just like, I can't deal with this. I hear this on the table. He finds his fucking passport. He finds his passport in his suitcase. Like, all of that bullshit, the abusing the staff, and he abused the cleaners as well. He said colourful language to the cleaners, those poor cleaners as well. It was in his suitcase. They did not put it in there. Why would they have moved it? Why would they have touched it? Why would they have... They're looking after God knows how many bedrooms, and they're going to tell you, oh, sir, by the way, I moved your... Also, do you know what the funniest thing about all of this is? We were like, why is your passport not in your safe? Do you know what he said? Well, I got to my room and my passport didn't... My safe didn't work, so I just didn't use it. Initiative. The boy has none. Anyway... we also did say to him that if for any reason the hotel staff did find his passport, because he was so abusive, they never would have told him. So that's the other thing. Be nice to people, everyone. Blaming the staff. He did. So where did he leave the passport instead? What do you mean, where did he leave the passport? He left it in a suitcase. He didn't realise it was in a suitcase. Oh no, he thought he'd put it... So he hid it behind towels on a shelf. Because that's where you put your safe and belong. The one thing that you like... We all say that when you're packing and you're like, oh, I feel like I've forgotten something. As long as you have your phone and you have your passport when you're travelling, everything else doesn't matter. Genuinely, those are the two things you need. Even the phone, it can be replaced. A passport when you're abroad is the last thing you want to lose. And he just left it on a towel shelf. They didn't move it. Your memory is just disgraceful. I'm not having this. I think in the state that Ollie had been in any of the nights we were in that hotel, oh, definitely don't go on holiday with Ollie. If you want a peaceful trip, you want to be spoken to nicely, you want to enjoy life, don't go on holiday with Ollie. That is my lesson for you all. Peaceful. Yes, peaceful. I'm not the complaining aunt. Also, if any of you follow Ollie, you're passive and chill. I don't think so. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I was a bit of a moaner on that trip. I will admit it. I moaned. Maybe a bit too much. But Ollie, yeah. Amber runs the stream. We all know Amber's in... Thank you very much. But why? I'll tell you why. I was ravished to death by mosquitoes. They were like this. They were this big on my leg. I swear to you, they swelled up. They were huge on my leg, like this. Yeah, you should, Deptford. You should unsubscribe. It's disgraceful behaviour. And it rained the whole time. The whole time. Just rained the whole time. So I was complaining. It was a man. The cleaners weren't men. I actually think not raising your voice is worse. Like, you know, when you're like, I think the minute you raise, and I'm guilty of this, trust me, the minute you raise your voice, there's some weird noises outside my house. The minute you raise your voice, you basically lost. But Ollie is very like, his voice drops a lot. It's very like, don't talk to me like that. And he announces every single letter. Thank you. We should have gone to Japan. No, it was a successful trip. You know what? I haven't got authority to talk about it. I don't want to say the wrong thing. So I'm going to wait until I am back with Ollie to talk about it. Or when I've been given the go-ahead from other people. Politics. Let me make the mistakes. Exactly. We should have gone to Japan. I want to go to South Korea. That is, and I know Ollie will back me on this. I want to go to South Korea. I want to eat Korean food. I want to live the life. I want to be out in Seoul. That is the next place we're going. We're not going to North Korea. I don't know why I said North. And it's only funny because I then said I wanted to go to South Korea that you know that I wanted to go to North. I want to go to South Korea. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we actually lost team take North Korea? Do you know what though? I'm seeing loads of TikToks about people that are actually in North Korea. I thought it was like no one could go. Although I did hear that you had like little like tour groups that like are very controlled. South Korea has a lot of streamers there. There you go, we do some meetups. I could barely keep up with all the lost streams this month. I know, it's been so bad. I don't even really know what happened. Oh my God, can you imagine if Ollie thought they'd stolen his passport in North Korea? He'd literally die. Would literally die. Blackpink twice in Seoul. That's all he cares about. Ollie, I'm going to bait him out. We were in the airport flying home from Phuket. We were all going into Boots. Also, funny they've got Boots out in Thailand, which was nice but surprising. We're getting like eye masks. I got some makeup wipes. We got, what else did we get? Just like stuff that you'd need for the plane journey home. Paracetamol. Ollie picks up toothpaste because it has Lisa from Blackpink on it. This is the difference. This is the guy that you think is so great and so funny. God, I have to say, it's very peaceful, actually, just being able to say whatever I want and not having... Well, you've just ruined it. You've just ruined it. I didn't say anything about that. I just said you bought it. You could have bought it for yourself. No, you literally baited yourself out there. Ollie was cool before, but he changed my mind. No, I'm sorry. I'm not having that leaked. I gave the information without saying anything and you baited it out yourself. So, unfortunately, he has become a bit of a Derek. Who's Derek? But yeah. Guys, Lisa, he was getting so excited every time there was a billboard with her face on it. He was like, oh, look. Oh, Lisa. Who's Derek? Wadden, who's Derek? Did Ollie clap any cheeks? Oh, someone's playing some hardcore rap outside. Yeah, but Derek who? There are so many. Well, I can't just Google Derek, can I? I need a little bit more information. Well, I can hear the bass. I can hear the like. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Didn't answer the question, weird champ. What question? Don't know what's going on, guys. But yeah. Wadden, are you gonna make your oh god. Are you gonna make your comeback? Oh, thanks, Joe. Are you gonna make your Wadden come back soon? I told everyone earlier that you were gonna make a return to Wadden on your own. Hi, Sergo. How are you? Christmas is... Do you start saying Merry Christmas to people? I feel like... I mean, to be fair, oh my god, it's the 20th today. Do you know what's mad? We were going to be leaving Thailand today. Can you believe that? That's mad. I've been ill I haven't even been able to enjoy... Do you know what? Ollie? That's probably my karma. I wanted to come back early. I was excited to come back early and I've not been able to enjoy any of the days that we've been back early because I've been ill. I truly, Ollie, you can tell Jono that. I truly think that is my karma. Because we would have been getting on a flight now. We would have landed tomorrow. But I am happy to be home. I came home to my mother, who'd made me breakfast and lunch, and she made me dinner. And I've been looked after by my mummy since I've been home. You're still in Thailand? No, we got back on Thursday. So we've been back a couple of days now. 5 days? Yeah, 5 days. We came home early because the weather was shit. And obviously the event didn't happen. So we were kind of a bit like, you know what, like, we don't necessarily have to stay out here until the 20th. It's very expensive in Thailand and it's Christmas. So we just thought, what's the harm in maybe coming back a little bit early? But I think only Ollie and I were actually happy. We are back. I'm happy to be back. Although, like I said, I've been ill. Literally, I even called the doctor today because I was like, oh, I don't feel good. What did you think of the World Cup final? Oh my God. First of all, I don't really care about football enough. I know everyone wanted Messi to win, and for that reason, I wanted Messi to win. But after the absolute disgrace of a game between England and France, like, we stayed up. We woke up at 2 a.m. and went to bed at 4 a.m. to watch that game. And it was disgraceful how the French were playing. Like, we should have won that game. I did not want France to win at all. So I was happy when, like, we were like, Argentina were like 2-0 up, and then Mbappe started scoring, and I was like, oh fuck. And then obviously ended up being extra time, and then with penalty. I love penalties. I find it so much fun to watch. Also, it's quick. It's like, yeah, let's get this over and done with. Not all this up and down, bang, 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 get the balls in the goal, get it over and done with. It was an incredible game. I have never enjoyed a game of football so much in my life. It was so enjoyable. So enjoyable. But yeah, it was good fun. I enjoyed it. It's funny though, because we obviously, the plan was, if we, like, in England had made the final, we were going to fly to Qatar early. Because obviously our layover was in Qatar before flying back home to London. But we obviously didn't in the end. And I think even if they were in the final, like, why would you want to be in Qatar when you could be in England with English people and your friends? Do you know what I mean? That kind of like what an experience, but also probably would be better just to be in the UK. But it was a weird airport. There was just football pitches randomly placed. Bang bang, get it done is Amber's thing. That is my thing. Get done. Bish bash bosh. Do you guys follow that guy on TikTok who goes bash? I have never wanted a Chinese so much in my life other than watching his videos. Just makes me want to eat Chinese all the time. Hi, Casey. How are you? Welcome to Lost Team TV. My name is Amber. Thank you for joining us today. I've been on for nearly an hour. This is fun, actually. Bish, bash, bosh. How are you, love? How are you, love? Your accent. Thank you. I'm good. I'm actually getting over a bit of an illness. So this is the first day I've actually started to feel properly better. I said at the beginning, I feel like when you're coming to the tail end of an illness, I feel like you have to, like, mentally just be a human again. Like, I forced myself to put makeup on, forced myself to do this stream because I wanted to come and chat to everyone. But I feel like when you, like, push yourself to be a human being again, I think it helps speed up the process, because I've literally been in bed since like Friday, which has been so shit. We don't watch much football here in the States, but that game was sensational. Yeah, it was so good. Also, the North America hosting the next World Cup, which is interesting. Canada, United States and Mexico, which is very, very strange. I don't know how that's gonna work. People are gonna have to, like, fly over, like, everywhere to, like, watch the whole thing, but that's exciting. But also I saw a video, I don't know who it was, I think it might have been Piers Morgan, but he was saying to some like football pundit in America, like, you're not going to call it soccer. Like, it's football. He was like, no, it's soccer. We were like, no, you don't do that. So let's fingers crossed they don't do that. Are you ready for Christmas? I am. I love Christmas. It's my favourite time of the year. I am so excited to get in the festive spirit. I'm going to go to Winter Wonderland this week, which I'm so excited for because I love like all that Christmassy stuff, drinking like hot chocolate and mulled wine. And we've got a work Christmas party, I think, on Thursday, which is fun. And then just seeing my family. I'm very excited. I can't believe how quickly Christmas has come around this year. It's literally like this year's flown by. It's been crazy. Streaming almost an hour. Yeah, I know. Matty, I'm going to need to just like not stream again for another like month. It's just too much. Oh, why is Christmas cancelled for you? 48 team World Cup. Group stage will be in regions to avoid huge travel. Interesting. But then when it comes to like the later games, are they all going to be in like one area? I like New Year's and sitting on my sofa. Not a big fan of Christmas. That's fair. I kind of like... I love all the games and I love the food and I love like just the fun of it. Like I actually think the magical side of Christmas is why I enjoy it so much. Like the run up to Christmas for me, I love so much more than actual Christmas Day is just like any old day that you just have presents, and that's the only thing that makes Christmas strange. Like having a Sunday roast, because Christmas is on a Sunday this year, so you're literally having a Sunday roast, but you happen to get presents. Like that's literally to me the only difference. How is the weather in London? Cold. Thankfully, all the snow's gone, but it's cold here. But I'm kind of like not trying to complain about it because I was just so excited to come home. Do you think gold is necessary investment right now? Yes. I don't know why, but I know everyone's talking about it. So I would invest in it because it's the only thing that doesn't lose its value, right? So if you buy something gold, it's always going to cost the same. Or it'll go up. Sorry. It won't go down, but it'll go up. I don't even know if that's right. Don't quote me on that. All the games from quarterfinals onwards are in the US. 10 games in each... Okay, so you're at work a lot, Joe. What do you do if you don't mind me asking? Are you working in retail? I was happy that whenever I worked I used to work at Hollister, but I was always grateful that I never actually had to work Christmas Eve or Boxing Day because, oh my God, could never be me. The reason Christmas is cancelled for me is kind of in trouble with the law. Oh! We got a criminal on our hands here. Well, good luck on Thursday. I don't know what you did. Yeah, be careful, but I hope everything is all right. I was correct about the goal. That's good. America wants to ruin the world economy next year. I think the whole world wants to ruin the economy. We're not going to get in. We're not going to get into the ins and outs of conspiracy theories because we could be here a long time. But I think the world is going to change a lot in the next couple of years. You work for Amazon, one of the fresh stores. Ah, very nice. I'm going to move this down a little bit. They're so fun. I went into one. I've been in one once, and it was so weird, like walking in and just like walking back out again. Very strange. Feels like you're stealing. But it's a fun experience. I enjoyed it. So is anyone doing anything fun for Christmas? Oh, Casey. Well, my comment was a joke, but I hope everything is okay. I don't really know what to say. Why is Ollie so quiet today? He is... I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to do some work, I think. Or he's probably on the toilet. That's where he spends most of his time, in the toilet or in the shower. Seeing family. That's what Christmas is all about, isn't it? It's just seeing family, catching up. Yeah, I definitely feel like when I was a kid, do you know what's funny? I went through a phase about 3 years ago where I was just like, Christmas is so pointless unless you are a kid or you have a kid. Like, genuinely, if you have no reason to keep the magic of like Father Christmas and Rudolph and all of that alive, it's a bit like, I'm not Christian. All of that, like, I don't really like necessarily like care about that, like Jesus being born, but I do feel like suddenly out of nowhere I just love Christmas. I just love it. Hi Freddie. Oh, it never says hi to me, but hi Freddie. Lots of messages. Lots of messages. I'm trying to like read things before I read them out loud. But yeah. I'm good, thank you, Freddie. How are you? But yeah, Christmas is honestly, I actually didn't realise how soon Christmas was. I just looked at the date. And it's actually in 5 days. I can't believe it. Also, what's really sad is that, like, in our area, going to the pub on Christmas Eve is like what everyone does. Like, everyone goes to the pub. And this is the first year that I'm a bit like, are we a bit too old to do that now? I remember last year, we were like, this is weird and I feel old, so we're not going to do it this year. What do you want for chicken Christmas poo? What did I just say? Did I just say, what do you want for chicken Christmas poo? What is going on in my head? What do you want for Christmas chicken poo? I don't know what I want for Christmas. You don't have to get me anything, Ollie. Just being nice to me would be quite nice if you could just do that. I just missed something, I think. Mental at shops. Oh, do you work in retail? This must be the most difficult time of the year for you. It's the most beautiful time, but it's also the most difficult time. So spare a thought for those in retail. You're asking me what I want for Christmas for Jono. Right, you know Andrew Tate's got some merch. That could be quite funny. Well, I'm happy to hear it. I just don't know if you're allowed to talk about it. I'm happy to hear the fun story, or not necessarily the fun story, but no, not me. I don't want Andrew Tate merch. I thought you were talking about Jono. Oh, I see. You're asking. No, Jono. Oh God, this is all getting very confusing. Do you know what, Matt? I agree with you, but I do also like going into shops and like seeing things. But yeah. So I don't know. Rest in peace, Woolworths. Facts. When are we getting Andrew Tate on your podcast? Do you know what? It's very interesting how the media can control how you think. And I don't know if it's because my For You page has changed for some reason, because I'm spending more time with boys. But since Andrew Tate got banned from social media and like stopped posting, he like changed a lot of his content. And I've like been seeing a lot of that new content. And I'm a bit like, interesting. You're kind of like not the person that you were. And don't get me wrong, I don't agree with everything that he says. There are a lot of things I have a real issue with, but having said that, I would love to have a conversation with him. I'd love to sit in a room and just have an actual chat with him. Because when he's not playing his top G Andrew Tate character, he's an intelligent man, and it would be interesting to see how, like, his opinion on things. I think it'd be interesting as a woman as well. Go on, Chan. What are you talking about? He does seem to be getting more and more popular. But this is the thing, is like, as long as you're not, like, when you're polarised, I mean, he's smart, right? The guy clearly wanted to be in the public eye. Big Brother, all this shit. And he decided that this was the best way to do it, and it worked for him. Like, ultimately, cancel culture doesn't exist. Never has, never will, unless you're someone like fucking Harvey Weinstein. But even then, like, you're still in the papers, people still talk about you. You're not, like, just completely cancelled, full stop. But he knew that, like, whatever he said, there would be people that agreed with him. And I think very cleverly, the majority of what he said was beneficial to young boys and young men, and not in a toxic way. Like, I'm not talking about the women stuff. I'm talking about, like, you know, being a good man and looking after yourself and mental health and being driven and working through adversity. Those are beneficial traits to have, not just as a man, but as a human being. Like, it is important. Male virgins in teenagers, not necessarily. I think a lot of the stuff he said about women I don't agree with, and I think if he had a wife or a child, a daughter, he would think differently. And I think a lot of it is just for comedic value. But then at the same time, he is successful. You can't dispute the fact that he's rich and he's successful. Andrew Tate has children. Are they daughters, though? I know Tristan has a daughter. I didn't think he did. What do you mean, of course he does? Stop it. Oh my God, this is news to me. Maybe I'm going to change my mind. He's got kids and that's the way he was behaving. Tragic. So oh, here we go. I've just read Casey's message. Eight counts. That's disgraceful. He made you do it. That's, wow. I don't really know what to say. I don't feel like I'm in any position. But oh, Ollie. I thought you and the boys abandoned us on stream. What do you mean? He paid his barber $10,000 for a haircut and doesn't even have much hair. No, he didn't. That's outrageous. That was outrageous, that story. As if you've come on here. Can they still watch me right now? Before I start talking, can they still watch me? Not that it matters, because stay true to your beliefs. They can still hear me. Well, if they're banned, I thought they were banned. Like, I thought they would be able to watch this anymore. Oh, they're not banned from watching. Yeah. I don't really know what to say. I feel like I don't really know what to say, to be honest. Bit surprised that they even... Well, I know I obviously said, like, share it if you want to. But I don't think I'd ever want to admit that. I'd never do it, but I wouldn't want to admit that I did that. That's wild. Anyway, moving on. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm probably going to just go for another 15 minutes, by the way, guys. Yeah. Might do another stream this week. Maybe we'll do some IRLing. Which could be fun. Sick. Oh. See, I can't see all the emotes and stuff because I don't have the extension. This is quite nice, actually. I get to sit in my chair, chat, talk to you all, have a good time. This is fun. Jazzy Jeff! Oh, love you. What would I like for Christmas this year? World peace. No, do you know what? I actually don't even care anymore about Christmas presents. I'm at a age in my life now where if I need something, I can get it for myself. So I don't really know what I want. I've had a hard time. I did want a new pair of Uggs because I am a basic bitch. What else have I asked for? I've just asked for like makeup bits, to be honest with you. Oh, in an ideal world, I will tell you what I'd like. I'd bloody love a Dyson Airwrap. That would be, that would bring my Christmas up here. I would love a Dyson Airwrap. That's been on my list for a while, but unfortunately, a bit out of my price range at the moment. But yeah, what would you like for Christmas, Sergo? What is on everyone's like dream wish list? If they could get anything for Christmas, what would they get? I mean, I could go on for a long time, to be honest with you. But the main thing is the Dyson Airwrap, I think. All right, Matt. It's not very appropriate, is it? A MILF. All right, boys. I was trying to have a nice chat. No, the Dyson Airwrap is like a hairdryer. Your first answer was good. I would like peace in Iran. That's what I would like. I would like peace and freedom and liberty for the women and the people in Iran. That is what I would like. But the Dyson Airwrap is a hairdryer. And it like makes your hair look all nice. So I'd like that. What else would I like? Don't know. What would everyone like? Besides women and MILFs, what would everyone like for Christmas? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Ollie, what would you like for Christmas? Do you know what I would have liked for Christmas? I would have liked 1,000 followers on Twitch, but that's probably my own fault for not streaming so long. Ollie, you are disgusting. All right, I'm denying that, Matt. That was horrible. I don't like that. You've never heard of a Dyson Airwrap? Boys, you've never heard of a Dyson. If you have women in your life and you've not heard of a Dyson Airwrap. So basically, it's a long stick and it's got different attachments on it. So you get like the hairdryer one, or you get one that gives you like curls, and it's like on the go, just a great piece of hair equipment. So yeah, I would have liked 1,000 followers on Twitch, but I don't think we'll get there. Maybe if I did more streams without Wadden, I'd get there faster. So yeah, it essentially is a hairdryer, but 500 fucking quid. I know, it's expensive. Fucking hell, Matt, speak for yourself. Amber hot tub strips. I don't think you're ever going to... Well, unless I'm not in a hot country, I don't think I'll do hot tub streams, unfortunately. I know! Can you believe that? They don't work abroad. What are match attacks? Aren't those football playing cards that everyone used to use when we were kids? I remember those. They were like holographic, weren't they? I remember the kids, the boys on the playground always used to trading cards. That's it. Oh my god, can you buy me shards on raid? What is that? What are you getting me for Christmas? That I'm now buying you Christmas presents. What are you getting me for Christmas? You bought me shards on raid. I don't need shards on raid. I don't play raid. So now what? Now what? Silly boy. Did you hear about the fusion breakthrough? What's that? What's a fusion breakthrough? I should refresh my chat. 1 sec, guys. 1 second. Nuclear? No, should I have done? Yes, looking forward to it commercialised in 25. What, nuclear weapons? I'm not. Fucking hell. What's going on in the world? No, I don't know. I don't know. Wow, a major achievement. That's pretty cool. They were able to produce more energy than they put in. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm also looking at a group chat right now. Everyone's talking about our amazing stream. Usually you split fission to create energy. Fusion. Oh, boys. This is not the stream to be chatting about nuclear energy. I'm not the right person. But it sounds fun. Ah! They'll be able to get more power without the use of fossil fuels. That sounds good. That's what we need, so those bloody fucking stop oil people can get off the bloody roads. One sec. Someone is, I think, turning up to my door. I heard my gate move. Hi, Thomas. I'm not actually going to be on for that much longer, Thomas. You've come towards the end. I'll be on for another 13 minutes. Or shall I just do an hour and a half? What do we think? That's all right. How's work been for you? When's everyone finishing with work? When everyone gets... That was always my favourite part about... Oh, I'll have a think. But when is everyone breaking up for work? One sec. My chat's glitching. You finish on Friday? Wow, that's quite late actually. I always used to have to actually I used to finish on the 23rd. But also it's shit. I always used to figure out that the best day for Christmas to be on in order to maximise the amount of days that you get off, like bank holidays and stuff, and then like holiday, is a Wednesday. Wednesday is the best day for Christmas to fall on. Fun fact. You worked it out. When I was meant to be doing work, that's what I was doing. At my old job, not this job obviously. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm having quite a chilled Christmas this year. Which is nice. More family time. I actually think I will leave in like 4 minutes because I've got to go get ready. I'm seeing some friends for dinner tonight, which is exciting. I've not seen my girlfriends for quite a long time, so we're having a little girly catch up, which I'm very excited about. I haven't seen them since just before I left for Thailand. So lots to catch up on. Give them all the juicy goss on the trip. And I got them these really cute presents from... Thailand, so I'm excited to give them to them as well. Are these the ones that pre me on IG all the time? No, Ollie, no one prees you on IG. Bye! If I don't see you before Christmas, have a lovely Christmas. I hopefully will see you before New Year, but if not, have a lovely New Year. It was nice seeing you. Bye, Sergey. But yeah, I'm gonna what's the phrase? There's a thing like saying you dip. It's like something in dip. Is my phone even I can't even check. I can probably unplug my charger actually. Thank you. I'm not going yet, guys. I'll still be here for another couple of minutes. Unless Joe's going to. I'll go. I'm going to go in a minute and a half. It's funny because on this and on Twitch is different. I'll do the Twitch time. But yeah, no, it's been nice. I've enjoyed doing this actually. I've enjoyed like chatting to everyone and being able to actually have a conversation without Ollie shouting over me. And it's been nice. I think I might do these more often. Obviously, we'll still keep the show. We'll still 100% still do Lost in the Sauce. That's obviously like what we enjoy doing. It's good fun. But this is quite nice actually. And now that we can IRL as well, it means that if I'm out doing something fun and we want to stream it, then we can, which is great fun. Love that. Because I want to get to 1,000 followers soon. Because that would be really fun. And it's IRL streams, please. Fabulous. We will definitely do more of those. We're going to get me and Ollie back on the street interviewing people. He definitely needs to get more involved in that, which will be really, really fun. But yeah, hopefully we will see you before the new year, obviously. But if we don't, hopefully 2023 is a good year. Lots of good content to come. I'm excited. Maybe I'll learn how to sing this year as well. Because Ollie tells me all the time that I can't sing. I'm not a very good singer. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, lots of exciting stuff coming very soon. I am gonna that's so untrue. What's so untrue? I think there's a bit of a delay. I think there's a delay from this and Twitch. But I don't know. Anyway, if you don't type fast enough, I can't answer you. But anyway, guys, I'm going to pretend that I'm not going to see you before New Year and Christmas, just in case I don't. But if I do, then that's better, right? So have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Have a wonderful New Year. I hope you all have a very special time with your family, with your friends, your loved ones. And you enjoy Christmas. And I hope that the next year brings you lots of health, happiness, good fortune, all that good things. Thank you for watching Lost in the Sauce. It feels weird that I'm doing like a goodbye one for the year when Ollie's not here. So for that reason, we defo should do a stream together before the New Year's over, because Ollie, we should be able to say goodbye to everyone as Childish Ambino and Waddin. But I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and New Year. Thank you for always watching us and being a part of the new Lost in the Sauce. It's been great fun for me to kind of like do something like this, which is fun. And I've liked being able to do this today. So hopefully more streams like this in the future. And yeah, have a lovely Christmas and New Year. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye.